What's good everyone, and I hope you all are enjoying this awesome Temtem stream dragon.
It's here. Have you met George? He's very handsome. I'm narrowing my eyes. Sorry, I had to say it. I'm narrowing my eyes even harder. I'm not listening to her. No, I'm not listening. If you want my advice, you should quit your job. No, I don't know what your job is. I'm a tamer. I see. You should quit. Really? I've been researching the ancient kings of Aubrey, and they're fascinating. Do you know how many of them died by poison? Amazeballs, isn't it? Every time I open the fridge, it's still empty. Like your head. Empty. Just staring at the stairs never mind me. Excuse me. Girl. Sorry, say. I wish sleep worked on me. I think you got the wrong address, buddy. Who are you? Is he a friend of yours, Opeyemi? Nope. Then would you mind leaving us alone? Thanks. So maybe I did breed too many of those. Ooh, I'm burning. Should have brought some pen sunscreen. The lot take me. This place is huge and so much pants on. It's blinding. Tough money, right? Yes. How did you notice? Famous intuition. I can't tell if you're joking or not. Can't manage to open my eyes. You just missed the war. Not really. I arrived just before it started. But then I spent those days hiding in a cave in the Tassa Desert with some friends. It was nice and dark down there, so comforting. Stay in the shade. Yeah, I want to see the sights, but oof, it's too pants on. So it's back to the office. If you don't mind, I'm still getting ready for work. Ah, long time no see. Hello, Ronald Dragon. How are you liking your apprentice, Ara? He's a fast learner and a pleasure to work with. So enthusiastic, so curious. He reminds me so much of myself when I was starting out. I have so much to learn. You're doing great, girl. Give yourself some credit, will you? How are you liking your mentor, Ariadne? I still can't believe it. I'm learning techniques faster than ever. I can't even sleep at night, thinking how could I get better. And haha, relax, girl. You need to get proper rest and take care of yourself too. I know, but it's so exciting. My work here is done. Hey, Ronald Dragon, I owe you big time. I know. I have some savings. They're not much, but no, keep that, girl. You're going to need some safety net. Here, Ronald Dragon, take this. Wow, Savannah from Johnson. Those are exclusive hues I've been developing for the fashion industry. So don't say you got them here, okay? Now you're going to be the most fashionable tamer this side of the Kalima. Sorry, I'm busy mixing oils. Their theory of color is such a fascinating topic. Hey, Tamer, it's nice being able to have friendly Temtem battles again, isn't it? Yes, I prefer them friendly. Me too. I love Temtem taming and fighting, but I hated doing it when everything had to be training to battle the Belsotto. Feels like it taints the beauty of it, right? I'm glad for y'all, but for me, this whole thing has just sucked all the joy out of it. I don't feel like Temteming up anymore. Cheer up. I'm sure you'll get the hype again. You just gotta take a few days off and relax. You're just burned out. Anyway, Denizen, why don't we have a little exhibition battle for her? Just watch us, girl. Sure, why not? It's time for fun. Yeah, let's do it. Tempt him up.
Hey. Sup, bro? hi Ronald.
Hey Charles, Buchanan, Show 3, how's it going? It's okay. Kind of just on time because I ain't been streaming that long.
I'm doing good.
Glad to hear you're doing good, buddy. That's okay.
Hey Charles.
Fast. Okay. Hey, sure. Alright. Yeah, that was some hot moves. Thank you. So, what do you say, Iggy? Maybe I'd like to tempt him up. Yes. Not with you, though. I know all your moves. Liato. You're so predictable. What? Want to tempt him up, Denizen? I like your style. Sure. Alright, but go easy on me. Yeah, not like that. Bad that. That was quick. Bah, I knew it. I'm not a good tamer. I've never been one. Temtem fighting is not really my cup of tea. Oh, don't be like that. Takes time to get better. That was rubbish, as expected. You're not that bad. You're being polite, but I'm just not cut out for this, I guess. I don't know. Perhaps if I had better Temtem, I could stand a
Hello
chance
waving
against a
hand.
real tamer like you. Hey, bud fellas, how's it going?
Hello and welcome the Bud Files. How have you been?
But like this, it's just not fun for me. Sorry. And if I got you good Temtems, that would be super nice of you. Say, can you get me an Oshieri? It has always been my dream to have one, but no chance of finding one in Kisiwa. And then I'll be a more interesting opponent for you. Yeah? Win-win situation.
Hey bug files.
I'm listening to the Song of Water. Hi. Have a good day, friend. You know any good bench jokes? Any what? What are you bench jokes? Jokes about the benches. And puns about benches are also okay, I guess. Well, I don't know. Because you're sitting on a bench, you know, it's topical. Dude, it makes so much sense. Are you all right, friend? Yeah. Yeah. How long have you been in the pantsuit? I'm fine. Sure, sure. Yeah, take care of yourself. Can't have no conversation. How I've missed this. Just standing here in the shade, listening to the wind in the branches. Muang Nangu. Peace is a beautiful thing. There it is. You're welcome. I guess the real Temtem was the Tims we Timmed along the way. Mhm. I'm just trying to relax. Extra, extra, get the latest edition of the Uhuru Gazette. What are the headlines? First Archaeologic Congress opens. Dojo Masters meet in Uhuru in epic making game conference. Epoch Uhuru Kisiwan celebrate as resistance scores definitive victory against Belsoto invaders. New tunnel reopens. Air traffic restored. Kisiwa going back to normal. Do you have the foreign papers? The Mareso's post interviews Tihani. We're all Kisiwans. The archipelago must come together against the Belsoto. The new Edo Scientific Review. Rare digital Temtem banished from lab. El Orasolano. El Lorisolano. Dojo Master Sophia to attend historical congress in Kisiwa. The Properton Times. Lockberg Don replies to Properton. Milk goes before tea. Okay. I'm just waiting for someone. I'm watching this. Sorry, the hotel is further to the north in the upper district. I listen to the Song of Water. And I would like to thank all the dojo masters who answered our call, the call of Kiswa, and who are with us here today. Dojo Master Sophia for Dinesh. Dojo Master Tihani for Omninisha. Captain Coley of the Quetzal Volunteer Brigade, representing Takma. Dojo Master Dr. Sasaya for Sipanku. And Prof. Konstantinos of Aubrey University, representing the dons of both colleges. I declare the first Archaeologic Congress open. This has no precedent in recent history, Ronald Dragon. Dojo Master Tihani has the floor. Thank you. I shall be brief. Many of you had never heard the name of Clan Belsoto until today. I, however, have been investigating them for some time. While on a research trip to Dinez, I heard of the ransacking of ancient ruins at Windward Fort. A certain Lady Lottie turned out to be behind those disturbances. Yes. I knew she had been associated with certain Arborean elements a long time ago, so I decided to have the matter professionally investigated. Musa, I would like to call a witness. Please. Carlos. And Ronald Dragon, I was wondering what you'd been up to. By the Solaro, Ronald Dragon. Ronald Dragon? The Archaeologic Congress recognizes Carlos and Ronald Dragon of Dinez. They are both members of the Resistance and served honorably in the Battle of Uhuru. The free people of Kiswa thanks you for your service, friends. I am a private detective. I was hired by Tihani to investigate this Lady Lottie. Soon her trail led me to a secret society known as Clan Belsoda. I tracked them from Dinez to Omninisha, where Lady Lottie was coordinating a so-called scientific mission to an active volcano. The Belsoda had provoked an artificial eruption for the purpose of creating Diamond Temtem. Oh no, this rings a bell. That's when I came across Ronald Dragon, a young tamer from Zadar. He helped me foil the Belsoda. Ronald Dragon infiltrated the volcano and shut down the Belsoda operation, which was led by a certain Dr. Hamijo. Wait a minute, did you say Dr. Hamijo? Please, Dr. Sasaya. Let us hear the whole story. Apologies. My old friend Badru Teray informed me of strange comings and goings here in Kiswa. And a growing number of airships here heading this way. So while I was in Arbory to investigate Lady Lottie, Ronald Dragon was supposed to liaise with Badru Teray here. I think we all know that part of the story. What did you find out in Arbory? Lady Lottie is related to the ancient nobility of Lockburg, but I found no other clues. It was a dead end. When I tried to get back to Kiso to reunite with Ronald Dragon, thank you, Carlos, and thank you, Tihana. Ronald Dragon, what else can you tell us? My airship was attacked by that same Lady Lottie as revenge for kicking her out of the fort in Dinez. We crashed in Tuckma and almost died. Once I reached Quetzal, I was thrown in jail. Sorry about that. And then Ronald Dragon came to my dojo and he joined the resistance. What can you tell us about that Max? They were misguided. But they're dead now. They were misguided, but they're dead now. Why is he referring Max, who's supposed to be a dude, as a they? Why is my character doing that? Is this supposed to be some politically correct shit? And I was too woke, but it's such a fun game, but it's so woke. But they're dead now. The general himself killed them when they refused to follow orders. We are all sorry for your loss, Ronald Dragon. Anything else that we could use? The general is a true leader of Clan Belsodo. I've heard of a certain Tolobo, but I don't know who, what, or where it is. It would be better to know our enemy, but at least we know there's more to Clan Belsodo than we've seen. We must stay alert and seize the initiative before this happens again. Excuse me. Very well. I think this is enough information for us to deliberate. The Congress thanks and dismisses Ronald Dragon. Fellow masters, we must agree on a course of action, and do so fast. The Belsodo have lost a battle, but not the war. War. I'm not sure we should call it that. I dislike it as much as anyone here, Dr. Sasaya. But I'm afraid that is precisely what it is. We must be careful with words. The Dons of Arbory are wary of supporting archipelago-wide operations that they see as a threat to their independence. What we call it is irrelevant. Fellow masters, let Kisiwa be a warning to all of us if we fail to unite and strike against the Belsodo. We will be defeated. If you tolerate this, your islands will be next. Let us continue. You did well, Ronald Dragon. Come, let's talk in private. This is going to take them a while. We should get a move on. Well then, we need to decide what to do next, Ronald Dragon. I'm hoping the boss has some new lead to pursue. Oof, that was a long conversation. Hello again, Ronald Dragon. Here we are again. The three of us. Last time it was in Nanga, a year ago. A year ago? Well, dang. So days do pass by. So where do we stand now, boss? Has the Congress come up with a plan? Sort of. We have some sort of preliminary understanding, but not the firm resolution I wanted. Getting the whole Congress to agree on joint action is going to take more time than I thought. Why don't they want to act? Well, according to Constantinos, the Arbory Dons are locked in their conflict and want no part in anything foreign. That's why they didn't come, and neither did stubborn old Yarini. too set in her ways. Wow, the old school. Then Sophia wants to help, but she's too naive. And Sasaya is still undecided. We have too much persuading to do and too little time. Perhaps we can persuade the undecided Sophia and you try to convince Sasaya. Sophia is already on her way back to Jeanette. Better luck next time. Who's on our side? Everybody, I hope, since the other side is playing Belsoto. But I know what you mean. Obviously, Musa is very aware of the danger the Belsoto pose, as is Coley. But he's here with a bunch of volunteers. He doesn't have the support of the Tuckmoney Dojo master. Good thing you made the right call, boss. I'm not paying you to flatter me, Carlos. Time for action. Spoken like a true gumshoe. We can't just stay put until the archipelagic Congress reaches a decision. Agreed. We need to take the initiative. Go on the offensive before the Belsoto can reorganize and strike again. The problem is, we don't know where. And every time we go somewhere, the Belsoto strikes somewhere else. They're always one step ahead. I need a clue to follow, boss. Well, I've got Lady Lottie's diary. You got what? Let me see. Where did you get this? Found it at the Banyan in Omniscia. You're learning from the best, eh? Okay, I think this particular page of the diary is more useful to you than me. She seems to be describing some sort of Temtem taming technique. You find something useful, Carlos? We need a clue that can take us to their leader, or some indication of what they're up to next. I'm on it, boss. I'm going to need some time to see if there's something worthwhile here. Good, get to it then. Ronald Dragon, listen, I must get back to Omniscia. I have to discuss all this with Rawiri. But before I go, there's something you could do. Whatever you need. I need you to talk to Sasaya. She's the dojo master of Senpanku, and an eminence. She pretty much invented digital Temtem back in the day. Oh, cool. In fact, back then Hamijo was one of her most promising pupils. We all have some history there. Anyway, long story short, she might know something about him that we don't. While Carlos pursues the Lady Lottie clue, I want you to talk to Sasaya and follow the Hamijo's trail. Partner, weren't you supposed to ask that Sasaya about Dr. Hamijo? My purveyor of fine paints is back. Did you bring me my colors on a dragon? By the stains in your hands, I see you found some fine purple. May I? Oh, this is perfect. Oh, exciting. I'm going to use it straight away. And have this for your trouble. Oh, and when you have the time, the next bit I'm going to do is the pen sun reflections. I'm going to need some alizarin red pretty soon. Not now, Wrong Dragon. There's plenty I need to do to organize the reconstruction of Kisiwa. Without the society. Sorry, I won't bother you. Hmm. I think she went to check out some books or something. Should be at Tucson, Toussaint, that bookstore over there. All right. This Congress is fine and dandy, but what we need is action. We liberated Kisiwa by fighting the Belsodo, not by talking. Operation Tusk was a success. Of course it was. It was my idea. I'm doing my bit, Audio. Of course you are. You can't stay put, can you? That's what I like about you. What I would if I liked something about you. Catch you later. Sure you will. The Nora has become your private yacht, it seems. Back to normal trade routes. It almost feels too tame now, eh? Perhaps I was born to be an adventurer after all. Can we go somewhere? The Nora still isn't at 100%, but we can still do short trips. Kakuma, Omninisha probably also didn't, and not further, until we're probably prepared. So, my correspondent returns. Any news about the islands further afield? Kisiwa, perhaps? I hear there's been... Finally, it's so difficult to get news from Kisiwa these days. Where's my pen? Ah, here. Tell me all about it. Oahu is the grandest city in the archipelago. Superb. My readers are going to love this. Go on. The empty majesty of the Tasa Desert is unrivaled. I saw the cradle of mankind at the Chini Grotto. The dojo of Lumbi is quite unique. That's gold, Jerry. Gold. This chapter is going to be epic. I'm sure a lot of people will want to visit Kiswa when they hear the epic story of the resistance. My guide will sell by the thousands. You're doing a great job and I'm anticipating great sales. So take this purse. I hope it covers your traveling costs. Nice. Come back when you have more content for me. Oh, my correspondent. Info about Sepanku and Arbery.
Hmm. Ah. Hmm. Hmm.
Why are you looking at me like that, Ronald Dragon? Augustine, you're the restore's middleman. Shh, not so loud.
Hmm.
Yeah, I guess I am. How did you find out? I'm looking for the sticker restorer.
Ah.
Hmm. You're a real friend, Ronald Dragon, and all that, but I'm not supposed to reveal their identity or lead anyone to them. It's a matter of trust, you see.
Hmm.
Although, I guess it's okay for me to ask them if they would like to meet you. Listen, when all this craziness subsides, meet me in Aubrey, okay? Then we'll see what I can do. Hmm.
Hmm.
Honestly, Tuckman brings back bad memories. I'm ready. I'm quite ready to set sail. Not right now. Still around? I didn't know this place held so much appeal for anyone but me. I'm Giselle, pigment prospector. Do you have some alizarin red? Of course I do. Here you are. You got alizarin red too. Still around? I didn't know this place held so much appeal for anyone but me. Anyway, back to work.
Hmm.
Did you bring me an oshieri? You handed over your oshieri. Ooh, is that my oshieri? Here, take good care of it. Wow, it's impressive. What natural grace. I wish I was a better tamer, really, and I could teach it real techniques like, have you heard about the Sea Queen and the legendary power of her armies of Osheri? No, what's that? It's a legendary power. Some say it's magic. Some say it's just a very powerful technique. You know who might know more about it? There's this sage man, Mahina, one of the old desert nomads. He knows all sorts of old legends. If anyone knows, it's him. That's very cool. Did you find the power of the Sea Queen? Well, come back when you have it. My purveyor of fine paints is back. Did you bring my colors on the dragon? Ah, finally, some fine alizarin red. Let me mix it up. Red an incredible deep shade. See that? Amazing. So superior to the usual chemical red's tints. Almost done. Now I just need the right shade of vibrant blue for the sky. It has to be lapis, Ronald Dragon. See if you can find some in Kisio. Welcome, traveler. Have a cup of tea and some dates, will you? Sure, why not? Here you are. To your health, my friend. Dates so sweet. Glad you enjoyed our hospitality. I always liked denizens. One day, I'll take a cruise on the Solara River. So much water. Must be a sight to behold. And now it would be customary to tell tales around a cup of tea, traveler. But I'm afraid this old man only remembers the tale of the Sea Queen. And since you are a denizen, that one you surely must know already. So many great tales I have forgotten with age. If you really are interested in our old fables, I recommend that excellent book. What was its title again? Oh yes, Fables of the Isles. Excellent indeed. You can probably still find at Toussaint Books in the big city. Ooh. My purveyor of fine paints is back. Did you bring my colors, Ronald Dragon? Oh, you brought the lapis blue. Hand it over. This is it. I have all I need. Muses. Here I come. Here. Consider this payment a percentage of the painting's future sale. Nice. Thanks for the paint, Ronald Dragon, but I can't talk right now. Sorry, I'm on a roll. A bit more blue here. Here. Perhaps some green. No, blue. Blue everywhere. Hello, looking for any book in particular? Yes, do you have Fables of the Owls? Ah, an oldie but goldie. Yes, I think we still have a copy. Should be in that bookcase over there to your right. Aha, here it is. Fables of the Owls. Let's see. Sea Queen of Danae. Damn Dab Mist of Sailor. A Tale of Love Immortal. Ah, here. And the priestesses tasked with guarding the gates of her nest queendom are said to have kept the Cerbatios wrapped from the rest of the world, tucked away in the cavernous formations north of Bacal de Mar, high above the Petrius gates. That's the Aquamarina caves. The entrance to the sea queendom must be there, up on a stone wall. Now that I've got this climbing gear, those rock walls should be a cinch to navigate. Yes, do you have the last volume of Endera's Quest? That one's disappearing like snow in spring. Let me check. Oh, you're in luck. You're getting the very last copy. No idea when we're going to get more from Sipanku, and the waiting is agony, isn't it? Here you go. Here you are. You can have it for free, but can you do me a little favor in return? Sure, no problem. Now that everything's getting back to normal, people will be dying to get their hands on that comic book. I need someone to put in another batch. You look like a resourceful tamer. The kind that can probably get to Simpanku before normal air traffic resumes. Okay, I'll do it. Fantastic. I'm sure it's nothing for someone as well traveled as yourself. If you can come all this way just to get about this, since you're obviously a fan, but just in case, if you go to Sipanku and place that order, you can also get that book signed. How's that? I'm sure my friend would love it. Ronald Dragon, you've come a very long way, my dear pupil. Professor, what have you been up to? Oh, this and that. I consulted my peers in Arbery on metamimetric metamimetics. It seems nobody else is much interested in it except for that professor. But I think I've made some breakthroughs. Metamimetic Temtem, the best example of which is that dear old way to react to places of power indeed. Locating those places is a field of study in its own right. There is one here in Kisiwa, the place they call Asia's Hearth. Its power seems to derive from the origins of humanity itself. Excuse me. I've just seen a book here about another such place. Apparently, the old sea queendom back home in Dinas. Can't remember where I put it. And one of my undergrads mentioned a shard brotherhood of Tukma. And the artifacts they revere, which sound a lot like Hyabovian relics. I wish I was younger and knew how to rock off. Have you heard about Max? Yes, I have. It's a terrible loss. I'm trying to muster the courage to go back to Zadar and tell their family. They were so similar to you in so many ways. It's tragic things had to end this way. They really admired you deep down. I'm sure that with sufficient time and patience, you two would have come to a better understanding of each other and would have joined forces for the right cause. But things don't always go like we plan on wish. That too is a lesson of adulthood. Ronald Reagan, a bitter lesson, but a true lesson nonetheless. I got a favor to ask. Anything for my favorite people. How can I help? It's for Fadra, that she wants to study at Arbery. I think that rings a bell. The daughter of Minos, the fisherman, by the Solaro. Is she already grown up? How time flies. I'll be delighted to help, of course. Let her know I'm expecting her in Arbery. I need a research assistant. Another question. Apologies, I must go. Of course, I understand. You're a full tamer now, an adult to all intents and purposes, and burdened with unprecedented responsibility. I always knew you had great potential, but even so, you surprised me, Ronald Reagan. One day your talent will really be put to good use. Until then, take care of my favorite pupil. I wonder if they have any books on applied psychohistory. Ah, you're that Ronald Dragon, is it? That Dennison detective psychic, right? No, I'm Ronald Dragon, tamer extraordinaire. I've seen my fair share, nay, more than my fair share, of cocky young tamers, but what do you want, then? Your thoughts on the Congress? A lot of urgency and plenty of good intentions, but most of this has no precedence. We all respect Musa's moral authority after having expelled the Basoda from Kiswa, but he has no legal or official mandate. Some dojo message didn't show up, and those of us who did are in no way subordinate to him, or his Congress, or any other authority. It makes it difficult to take decisions as an assembly. Musa and Tiani make a good case for this decisive action, but in what form? A sort of congressional army roaming the archipelago like the kings of old times. Nobody wants that, except Coley. It sounds like something that general would dream of. Honestly, Panku, a bit more restive than usual. Truth be told, we kept hearing of weird things going on here in Kisiwa. and there were some disruption to our crystal supplies from Tuckma. But we didn't foresee anything like this. And then there have been weird incidents in my lab. At first, I thought it was only an incident. Then I thought it was deliberate, or just the doing of some petty local tamer. But now that I hear Dr. Hamijo has joined those Bel Sotos, everything starts to make sense. Terrifying sense, to be honest. What incidents are you talking about? It's complicated. Anyway, is there any reason you're asking me this? Or is it just idle chatter? I'm investigating Hamijo. Ah, there we are. Tihani inquired about that too, but then she had to meet that detective of hers. Since you seem to be working with them, I suppose I can trust you. Well, story time then. I'll try to keep it brief, though. Not like those long rants of Professor Vector. Every time he tells a story, I want to tear my hair out. Tell me the whole story. So this was a long, long time ago, before digital Temtem, before Tem cards. Back then, you had to carry your Temtem with you in herds or in cages. But I digress. Back then, Tihani was fresh out of the dojo, not much more experienced than you, and Konstantinos was a strapping young lad. And Dr. Hamijo was one of my most promising students. He was very much into Temtem too, so I put him in charge of the digital project. I was more interested in the tech applications, you see. What tech application? Tem cards, for instance. Can you imagine how cumbersome it was to move Temtem around before them cards? You had to be quite wealthy to be able to afford more than a handful of them. And don't even try bringing fire Temtem aboard airships or traveling overland with water Tems in places like the Tassa Desert. You get the idea. And not just them cards. Every piece of digital tech we have today derives from that same project. TV, computers, that Tempedia of yours, everything works on the same principle. Who else was involved? Tihani was dealing with the new Tems themselves, taming and training them. Hamijo was developing the digital, using the research papers of Konstantinos until then, just a crazy theory. Yarini and Nala, the former dojo master of Kisiwa, were helping with the bio side of it. I lost track of most of them when I went into tech development, but they were all top notch. It was the first truly pan-archipelagian project, and it was glorious. The very cream de la cream, as Victor likes to put it. He was one of the assistants, very chatty guy. He teaches Tim lore at Arbery these days. Carry on. Hamijo didn't want to stop with digital Tim. He thought we had to keep perfecting them, and by perfecting, he meant making them into robots, mindless slaves. So, of course, the more taming-oriented team members objected. Those who came from dojo traditions concerned with Tim's welfare. But he was a pure technologist and didn't care much for ethics. Konstantinos tried his best to bring about some sort of compromise, but he wasn't very good at mediating, to be honest. Things turned pretty nasty. Anything about Diamond Temtem? There was something, a theoretical paper or something like that. Imagine that. In the middle of that storm, he prospered, dropping crystal Tems into pressure chambers. That didn't go down well. I'm not surprised that he's continued to pursue that. Idea. He was always relentless and remorseless too. Would have been a great scientist, but ultimately what he did wasn't science. Science is not neutral, and to pretend that is disingenuous. We have to make a stand, and we must stand for ethics. We're science folk, not gods. We have a duty of care towards Tims and humans. Professor Constantinos failed. I know he's your mentor and you respect him greatly, but you have to understand, everybody makes mistakes. And he was very young back then. He wanted to give Hamijo a chance to redress himself, and he was also very interested in official Tim. So he feared shutting down the project might lose him more advanced species. Oh well. Excuse me. These last few years, he's been traveling a lot, and he told me something about metamimic Tims. Honestly, I didn't pay much attention. The whole temptomology angle is a bit boring. So, a cheap, scalable, sensible alternative to pan-solar power. So, excuse me. Now that's the future. So what happened? In the end, I had to intervene, but it was too late. The team was split. I had to expel Hamijo, and the project was canceled. It was pretty much a success, mind you. We had digital Temtem and a technological revolution underway. But who knows what could have been. In any case, I tried to keep tabs on Hamijo, but he totally vanished. He was bitter and felt betrayed, and I wish I had intervened earlier and saved him, if that makes sense. So where does this lead us? To the Anak incident you mentioned, to Clan Belsoto having abundant digital Temtem, to the invasion of Kitua, and to recent incidents in Sipangu. For some time now, digital Temtem have been disappearing from my lab in Nanto. I thought it was lab assistants or local tamers being a bit cheeky, a bit greedy. But now I see the pattern. And there are rumors about a fortified cloud going around, which I dismissed as folktales from drunk villagers, but now I don't think so. Temtem have been disappearing in Sipanku? Yes. And also a lot of them seem to have escaped or been purposely released into the wild. It's caused some problems with local Temtem. I thought it was an accident, but now I'm not so sure. Sounds more like there's been a major Belsoto operation in Sipanku going on for a while, right under my nose. And what was that about a fortified cloud? It's too similar to legends and fairy tales, like the Nantoshima Monogatari, to be taken seriously. But it matches some testimonies we heard from Kisiwan resistance fighters at the Archaeologic Congress, some sort of massive fortress that they can move around. I need to go to Sipanku then. Not so fast. Sipanku is a big place. Trust me on that. We don't have the time for you to be trekking all over the place looking for Belsotos. Clan could be preparing a new attack as we speak. We need to narrow it down a bit more. Once we're there, I can help you as much as you need. But we'll need a more precise location and an airship, of course. You coming to Sipanku with me? Of course I am. I'm the Dojo Mentor of Sipanku, in case you hadn't noticed. How can we narrow it down? Don't ask me. I'm a scientist. Aren't you the apprentice of that detective? What's his name? Carlos? It's more his line of work than mine. I'll speak to Carlos. Attaboy. And don't forget we need an airship. Sipanku is too far to rock hump it all the way. I mean rock hop. Or whatever you call it.
Alright, let's go out.
Partner, how did it go? We need an airship. We need to go to Sipanku. Sipanku. Yes, that makes sense. Where in Sipanku is the question. Actually, there's something I wanted to show you. I've been studying this diary you got me. Our old friend Lottie has encoded a secret message in the text. Bring Telobos to Iwaga. Keep Operation Zalbion going to garrison it. Telobos? Yes, it must be that giant flying fortress the Kiswans have been reporting. And Iwaba is a wild region on the edge of Sipanku. Exactly where I would hide such a massive thing. We got it, Ronald Dragon. We know where the Belsoto are hiding. We can hit them before they can plan another attack. Quick, go to Musa and sail to Iwaba as soon as you can. Barner, don't waste a minute, Ronald Dragon. Talk to Musa and go to Sipanku before the Belsoto evade us again. Finance, domestic, armory, finance, Sipanku, domestic, armory, Takuma, domestic, armory, domestic. What's all that? I'm sorting letters. The ones for other islands go straight to the Temtem carriers, except the Takuma bound. The domestics all go straight to the human posties. Temtem carriers? Yes, all those Tems you see on the other side of the office. They are the best for urgent deliveries and letters. We used to have land Tems for domestic deliveries, but it was too complex, so we only use human carriers within Kisuwa. When I'm talking, the entrance through the surface is too narrow, and the guards don't allow postal services through there, and the bigger entrance to the city is too tricky. We kept having problems with our Tems interfering with airship travel in the lower entrance, so it's right where the Quetzal terminal is. So basically, we have to fly all Takuma bound mail with airships and then distribute from there. Since most of the population is in the city anyway, people don't notice the delay as much. That makes sense. Oh, so yeah. Who's a good girl? Not me. Man, I was talking to my Paharo. What are they for? They have specialized roles. We normally use Paharo for short trips and very light loads. So they mostly fly to Takuma, sometimes Oninisha if the winds are favorable. For most other deliveries, the best choice is a well-trained Pahara, either with a postal harness to carry a standard load of letters or with a lighter one for urgent deliveries. And for small and medium parcels, you can't go wrong with a grandpa. Well, except if it's a food delivery. What happens with the food deliveries? They eat it, basically. No amount of training has managed to prevent that. See, grandpa are very stubborn, which makes them great long-haul flyers, but by the same token, it's basically impossible to prevent them from eating. So for food deliveries, we're basically back to basics. Humans and airships. Slower but safer. And the silver lining is that it provides more employment, so I shouldn't complain. Thanks for the info. No problem, I love my job. Ronald Dragon, good to see you again, friend of Kisiwa. I know where the Belsoto are. Yes, that's excellent news. We need to take the fight to their turf instead of just waiting and reacting. The problem is the archaeologic Congress is in practical stalemate. Tihani and I couldn't get them to agree on a major coordinated action, so we have to rely on trusted individual agents until we can deploy larger forces. You guessed it, that means you. What a surprise. Step forward. As president of the First Archaeological Congress, it is my privilege and honor to grant you, Ronald Reagan of Dinet, the status of Special Congressional Agent. You will act as a specially appointed representative of the Congress, our right hand and vanguard in the fight against Clan Belsoto. I am honored, President. It is an honor indeed, but also a burden. I would hesitate to drop such a heavy load on the shoulders of one so young. The younger Kisi ones have fought well against the Belsoto. You have proven yourself. We must fight. We shall go on to the end. We shall fight in Sipanku, as we fought on the plains and in the mountains of Kisiwa. We shall fight them on the beaches of Dinet, on their flying fortresses. As high as the high above, and as deep down as the down below, and we shall never surrender. A congressional vessel with auditory as our special agent too. You have first priority for refueling and a launch slot. Any and all friends of liberty around the archipelago shall do their utmost to help the bearer of this insignia. I should get back to the dojo now. Go on, Ronald Dragon. Ronald Dragon. Or should I say Special Agent Ronald Dragon? You totally should. Congressional Navy Captain Audia Teray. There, completed it for you. You're not the only one who fought here, you know. Anyway, the Narwhal is refueled and ready to depart on Congress business. Ronald Dragon, this is not your apprentice's Eve anymore. Ronald Dragon, Operation Tusk was a success. Of course it was. Congressional Agent Ronald Reagan, no less. The Nara is at your service. Shall we set sail? We must go back to Emmaus. Please let me know as soon as you hear from the professor or the university. Good news, Constantino said yes. Oh, I can't believe it. I'm going to Aubrey. Mom, I'm going to Aubrey to study temptomology. It's like a dream. You'll be a great temptomologist, girl. Thank you. Thank you so very much, Ronald Dragon. You're incredible. I I don't even know if I want to cry or laugh or yell. Ah! I have to prepare, pack my books, and find an airship. Wow, I'm hyperventilating. Oof. I don't have any money, Ronald Dragon, but since you're a tamer, you can probably use this. It's too heavy to carry in a suitcase anyway. You just changed my life. I can't even begin to understand it. So I can't explain it, but thank you, Ronald. Thank you. You got iron coating. You did it. You've given my 3 kids a better future. I don't even know what to say, Ronald Dragon. Not even my wildest dreams did I think anyone could be so kind. Please accept me. You've got 5 wish you well coins. Okay, cool. My children used to love trekking to the well to throw the come for dinner, please. One day when they're back visiting their old mother. Ronald Dragon, I'll never forget. I'll never forget what you did for my family, and now my husband and I have to get used to this new life and an empty nest. But I know it's for their good. Thank you. You're a real friend. No problem. Excuse me, I must do a recount of the Sapat. There's always one or two missing.
Yo, everyone here like Ronald, buddy.
Hey, what's going on, Prince Mark? How's it going, buddy? How you been?
I've been busy with work. I told my boss Wesley something important. Hey Mark. Hey Sekfin bud.
Hi, I'm Carlota. Sorry I didn't notice you before. Side Park always get my full attention. Why do you love Side Park? I love the variety of Temtem and the great work they're doing here to preserve biodiversity. One day I might work here too.
Next
Cool.
month is anniversary of cartoon show Batman Beyond. I'm trying to settle things with the Contessa. Great. Contessa, she is the worst villain on planet Earth. I'm not sure who is best villain in Batman Beyond. be shocked if Terry is Bruce Wayne's son. He is his son. You are serious, Ronald, buddy. Yeah. How did happen? That was something. Genetic engineering and science. That insane. It explains in one of the Batman Beyond comic books. Yup, I find out in Justice League Unlimited videos on YouTube. Like I said, that was crazy. Augie. I know who is Superboy. He is a clone of Superman. confused face. There's something. What you mean? Besides Superboy from TV show called Young Justice. Well, Superboy isn't really a clone. Clone. Superboy is like son of Superman. His memory was fully erased. That bad. In Season 4, Superboy was the real thing. Correct. The second Superboy is the real clone. Interesting. If someone made clone of me, I'd be mad. Superboy is the real thing when regain all his memories when the team thought he was dead on season 3 to 4. That good because TV show Young Justice is only cartoon makes sense. He actually had a Kryptonite planet home. He was just kidnapped and had a memory mess up. Indeed, but planet Kryptonite was wiped out years ago.
Gotta catch every one of them. Why? I don't know. It's just a thing kids say. That rings a bell. It's my catchphrase. I always say that when I attempt to It's very original and fresh. Well, good luck. How do I get in? Just go to your left using a hook and you'll be inside the premises. Remember to purchase some sidecars for boosted capture rates while in the side park. Side park, tell me more. Side park is the first natural reserve in the whole archipelago. It's a haven for migrating Temtem and home to a pioneering initiative for the management of Temtem populations. What do you want to know? No more questions. Just go to your left using a hook and you'll be fine. Set premises. What? 90? I didn't even think there would be so many stickers extant. You're really thorough, aren't you? Look, I loved this toy when I was a kid. It's an antique now, so it's quite valuable to me, to a discerning collector. Refreshing Diablo. Hmm, We're almost there. Almost there. Let's say 150. I know, weird number, but we need one last milestone before the grand finale, don't we? It's all about enjoying the journey. Right now, I am done for tonight. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next stream tomorrow. Take care. Goodbye.